Tigers won today, 4-3 in the third game of a four-game set against the Rays in Tampa. We actually got the win for once. We did not get fully swept in this series, at least. Today was a pretty rough game hitting-wise. We didn't get a hit past the second inning, but we won, so that's a positive. It doesn't really matter as long as we get the win, but we can get into the lineup. Baddoo, 2 for 4. He had a single in the first and a single in the second, so he had his first two plate appearances getting on base, so that was huge. He scored in the first one as well. Or no, I guess he got thrown out in a fielder's choice. Yeah, never mind. I totally forgot they threw to third on Miggy's ground ball, but Scope here, 1 for 3. He reached an infield single in the first, and he scored on the home run in the first, but Grossman, so I want to talk about Grossman's first inning at bat. The umps today were so bad, it wasn't even funny. There was like 7 or 8 missed strike. I'm not even saying it was just for us. Like it was bad both ways, especially for us. But don't get me wrong, there was some bad calls their way as well. But I thought it was ridiculous that strike 3 call on Grossman in the first inning wasn't even close. It was like 4 inches off the plate. I don't understand. We need to get auto umps and get these guys out of here because they honestly ruin the game sometimes. Because if we would have lost today, it would have solely been because of the umps. Because they were giving awful calls. They were striking out guys when we had multiple runners on base on pitches that weren't strikes, ending rallies. I'm curious to see the ump scorecard after the game, but I know they don't post those for a while, so I can't bring it up now. But maybe I'll bring it up tomorrow in the pregame. Miguel, 0 for 4 with a run. He got into the fielder's choice in the first. Had a couple decent swings today. Lined out in the third, and they struck out in the ninth, so not a great day, but I hope he's in the lineup again tomorrow. Candelario, player of the game, he had a 3-run homer in the first to dead center, 436 feet. Huge hit. It's the sole reason why we won the game. He had a homer then 2 nights before in the ninth inning, so second homer of the series. He's red hot. I'm really happy to see Candy hitting homers more in the second half of the season because the first half of the season there wasn't much power, but he's really shown the power at this second half, and then hopefully that can continue into 2022. Nico Goodrum here, my first prediction player. Swing and a miss, 0 for 4. That was not a good one. I definitely thought he was going to continue to play as he was the past 2 games, but of course, when I pick him, he goes 0 for 4. I think I also picked Scope for my other one, so it was a decent one. He had a walk as well. Good bounce back game because I believe Scope was 0 for 16, if I do believe, before today's game. Dustin Garneau, great game from him as well. Had a solo homer, I believe. Yes, solo homer in the second, sorry. 362 feet and then 2 strikeouts in the game. He worked the count, though, in the second strikeout. He did it, I think it was about 9 pitches, so that's good. At least he's putting their attacks in their bullpen a little bit, so a decent game from Dustin. Willie Castro, 0 for 3. Hair Castro should have been playing, but we'll see if he's in there tomorrow. Willie did not strike out, so at least he put the ball in play every time. That's a positive. Derek Hill, this is a talking point. He only played till about the 5th inning when he got injured on a bunt single to first that he actually got called out on. Looked like it was nothing G-Man Choi could have done. It was just a shitty throw from the pitcher. He went underhand and just like threw it at Derek Hill's back, and so when G-Man Choi reached over, he kind of like made Derek have to dive over, and I think he also hyperextended his leg as well. But since he got hit in the head, he like did a little twist, and then his leg hyperextended, and he twisted around and fell on his head. He had to get carted off the field, so I don't know. I'm guessing he's gonna be out for a while. That really sucks, considering him and Baddoo just collided a month ago. I don't understand why his injury luck is so bad. He's playing full speed all the time, but I hope this doesn't make him not play full speed because that's when he's at his most valuable and when he's at his best. We just got to make it controlled a little bit more. This was something you couldn't avoid. The Baddoo one was for sure, but I'm hoping he can take the rest of the season off because that looked really, really bad. He looked like he fell straight on the back of his head. So I'm hoping he takes the rest of the season off. That gives Victor Reyes there's only about 10 games, 11 games left. And that'll give Victor Reyes some more playing time. And then, I mean, maybe he can come back at the end, but I'd like to see him get the rest of the season off just to make sure he's okay. Scooble, though, we can get into the pitching. Victor Reyes went 0 for 1, did nothing, just struck out. But into the pitching here, Scooble, I predicted 7 innings. I totally forgot we're on innings restrictions for him and Mize. I don't know why we're doing them both at the same time. One of them should definitely not be on it. So he only went 3 innings. He gave up a 2-run homer to Jordan Luplow, and then Margot scored with that as well. So that was a decent outing from Scooble. 3 hits, 2 strikeouts. If he would have been able to go 6, I don't think he would have given up another run. He looked like he was in a groove. That second inning home run was just a poorly placed pitch. He got what he was looking for, and he took it out of the ballpark. But Urania looked really good, just like the last time. His only earned run was like the first batter he gave up. It was a leadoff walk. That was the only run he gave up. So Urania looked really good today. 3 pretty much flawless innings. Lane came out to get us out of a jam, though, so he did leave a jam with 2 runners on. So good job by Lane to get us out of it. Funkhauser had a little bit of a problem there in the 8th. He had 2 guys on, but he got a nice pop fly to Candelario. He pitched a pretty good at-bat for the final one. And then Falmer had a huge double play to end the game. I genuinely thought Falmer was going to do something stupid there and lose us the game again, because when Brett Phillips came up to at-bat, I was having flashbacks, but luckily Michael Fulmer is not Brian Garcia, and he can actually pitch to Brett Phillips. Doesn't make Brett Phillips look like Barry Bond from the left side of the batter's box. But I hope Brian Garcia never pitches again. Good job by Fulmer to get us the save, because we couldn't use Soto again. And today was a great win. Hoping we can get the split tomorrow, because losing a series is never fun. So I will be back for the pregame and the postgame for tomorrow.